Hello everyone. So in this video we will talk about menstruation and some misconception to that. So throughout the history, people tends to believe and tends to think that menstrual blood is a curse. In Roman, it was also believed that menstruation blood can destroy their crops or their sore wines, etc. This misconception, this myth about the menstruation and this misunderstanding leads women to hide their cycle from the public. And because of this misconception has been passed on to generation, and even in the 21st century, some people still believe that menstruation cycle is not to be talked, is to be hid. So menstruation or periods are normal vaginal bleeding which occurs every month to the girl or a woman. It occurs because woman's body prepares for pregnancy every month, and if pregnancy doesn't occur, the uterus or womb sheds its lining and it comes as a blood. It is normal, and the blood of the menstruation is partially tissue and partially blood. Periods usually start at the age of between 11 and 14 and can last up to the age of 51 and more than that. And also periods last up to around 4 to 5 days and even can extend up to the 7 days. Apart from bleeding, you may have some cramps, food cravings, mood swings, etc. And even though before periods you can have PMS, that is premenstrual syndromes, in which you can have some cramps, some headache, etc., which is a sign that you are having a period. Menstruation in India is still considered as a taboo. People doesn't talk it freely even in the 21st century. We women still feel fear to share their stories to the people and publicly. So why this are happening? Because of the lack of education and lack of awareness. In India itself, people called as a code name to the menstruation like anti-flow and a time of a month, which is not necessarily needed. We often hear two girls to whisper, right, that do you see a stain on my skirt? Do you see a stain on my pant? We usually hear that often, right? And if you are a girl, you know how difficult and how worried you are when you are at the time of your periods. Awareness is necessary at all levels. Awareness to the parents, awareness to the children, awareness to the girls, and awareness to the male partner is also necessary. Educating girls is one of the important things, as well as it is important to educate the male. Talking about menstruation with your parents and your friends is very necessary, and it is normal to talk about it. Apart from sanitary napkins, tampons and menstrual cups are one of the new introduction to the menstruation blood, and we need to educate women about it, as it is more natural and environment friendly than the sanitary napkins. At last, to break this taboo, girls need to talk. The first and the foremost step is needed to be taken by the girl itself. You need to start talking about menstruation, then the world will start itself.